The woman's eyes were red, her eyelids swollen and rudely pinched at the corners. Her prematurely arthritic fingers sat ready near each temple, but she suffered too much pain to even rub them, so she kept her hands at the ready, in case the pain caused her poor head to roll to the floor. "And where does it hurt?" asked a mostly balding man, sticking his head forward until he almost bumped foreheads with the woman in pain. He had a very curt and precise manner to his voice. "Oh," the woman moaned. The very vibration of her response sent shocking spiderwebs through her bent head. "I can't help you if you aren't more specific," the man explained, his trim silver goatee pointed at his chest, as rows of wrinkles formed in neat creases above and around his eyes. The woman kept her eyes on the floor and just slowly moved her hands at the sides of her head, indicating that part of her body. "Just your head, then?" asked the man. "Oh," replied the woman. She wore huge fake gem rings on both hands like a gypsy medium, and her hair was fashioned like a plate of dinner rolls. "Have you tried any aspirin?" The professional acting man tilted his forehead even closer to emphasize his question. His stiffly starched and pressed white overcoat made a crisp, crinkling noise. "Ah," replied the pained woman, her mouth now stretched into a tight line. 2 fingers from each hand dared to lightly tap at her throbbing temples. The bald man squinted his eyes, and more wrinkles bunched up on top of the ones already existing. His dark eyes shone, a pinpoint glint from their center. "How long has it been since you've gotten any sleep?" The woman's head rolled around on her spike-stiff neck. She forced her head to tilt up just enough to bring her eyes level with the inquisitive man. Her eyes suggested she hadn't slept in 100 years. "Ah!" The man reached a final observation. He swept the gold fountain pen from his smock pocket and scribbled something on a tablet held in his hand. When he spoke, his mouth seemed not to hold any teeth. There now. No need to cry. I understand." "Oh," moaned the woman. Her hand started to tremble, and a strand of hair escaped from her coif of buns. A tear struggled to fall over the parched rim of her eyelids. "I think I know what is troubling you, and I have just the prescription." "Ah!" "You seem to be suffering from an acute inability to form words. The technical medical term is called linguistic paralysis." "Ah!" "I'm going to have my nurse prepare a solution of molasses and vinegar with a touch of bromide and bourbon. Take that 3 times in the next 24 hours, and make an appointment to see me tomorrow." The balding man with the pointed goatee sat back, replaced the fountain pen in his pocket, and placed both hands on his legs, a gesture indicating his work was finished. The woman stopped moaning and lowered her trembling hands to her lap. She fumbled inside her purse for a moment. "Oh, no need to pay me directly, good woman. I'll bill you through the mail." The woman sculpted a half-smile, half-grimace sideways on her face. Then she pulled her hands from her purse. A wicked 4-barreled derringer appeared as if a magician prestidigitized it from a silk top hat. The derringer barked once. A blue plume of gun smoke filled the woman's nostrils, instantly clearing her head. Her hand stopped trembling. The bald man opposite her held his seated position as if he were holding his breath. The cavernous perforation in his chest suggested a different prognosis. "Why, thank you, doctor. My head feels much better now. I don't think I'll be needing that follow-up appointment."